Did you know that nearly 90% of engine wear occurs during startup? That's right. Those crucial first few seconds when you start your car could be causing significant damage to your engine without you even realizing it. Many drivers unknowingly engage in bad habits that not only shorten their vehicle's lifespan, but can also lead to costly repairs down the road. Whether it's cranking the starter too long, using a weak battery, or neglecting fluid levels, these small mistakes can add up over time. In this guide, we'll dive into the most common mistakes people make when starting their cars and provide practical solutions to ensure your engine remains in excellent condition for years. Stick around because these simple yet essential tips could save you thousands of dollars in repairs and unnecessary headaches. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos. Now, let's get started. 12. Avoid cranking the starter too long. One of the most costly mistakes drivers make is holding the key in the start position for too long. Many believe that repeatedly cranking the engine will help it start, but this can cause serious damage. The starter motor is designed for short bursts, usually no more than 10 to 15 seconds. Holding it too long generates excess heat, strains internal components, and drains the battery quickly. Over time, this can burn out the starter, leaving you with an expensive repair. Instead of continuous cranking, stop after 5 to 10 seconds if the car doesn't start. Wait 30 seconds to a minute before trying again to allow the starter to cool down. If the issue persists, it may stem from the fuel system, spark plugs, or battery. Addressing the root cause will prevent unnecessary wear and extend your vehicle's lifespan. 11. Don't use a weak or poorly charged battery. Starting your car with a weak or low-charged battery might seem harmless at first, but it can cause serious problems over time. A weak battery struggles to provide the necessary voltage for the starter motor, leading to slow cranking or even complete failure to start. Even more concerning is the fact that voltage drops from a weak battery can damage sensitive electronics within the car, such as the engine control unit, ECU, sensors, and infotainment systems. These components are expensive to repair or replace, making battery maintenance a crucial aspect of vehicle ownership. To avoid these problems, regularly check your battery's voltage using a multimeter. A healthy battery should read between 12.4 to 12.6 volts when the car is off and between 13.7 to 14.7 volts when the engine is running. If your battery's voltage is consistently low, it may need recharging or replacement. Keep in mind that most car batteries last between 3 to 5 years, so if yours is older, replacing it proactively can save you from unexpected breakdowns. Also, be aware of warning signs like dim headlights or slow cranking, as these indicate that the battery might be nearing the end of its life. Ensuring your battery is in good condition will not only improve your car's reliability, but also protect its electrical system from potential damage. 10. Avoid starting your car with the hood open. Starting your car with the hood open may seem harmless, but it can be dangerous. Moving parts like fan belts and pulleys pose a serious risk of injury if accidentally touched. Loose tools or debris under the hood can get caught in these parts, potentially damaging critical engine components. Even small objects can become dangerous projectiles if caught in a spinning belt or fan. Additionally, if the car isn't securely in park or neutral, starting it with the hood open could lead to unintended movement, increasing accident risks. If you need to start the engine while inspecting it, take precautions. Clear the area of tools, rags, or debris, and ensure the vehicle is in park or neutral with the parking brake engaged. These simple steps help prevent costly damage and keep you safe while working on your car. 9. Avoid starting on a steep incline without preparation. Starting your car on a steep incline without proper preparation can put unnecessary strain on the engine and drivetrain. In some cases, it may even prevent the car from starting at all. When a vehicle is parked on an incline, gravity works against the fuel system, making it harder for the fuel pump to draw gas from the tank. This is particularly problematic for older vehicles or cars with low fuel levels, as it can result in difficulty starting or even engine stalling. To avoid this issue, always ensure that your parking brake is fully engaged before starting the car on an incline. If your fuel gauge shows that the tank is less than a quarter full, refueling before parking on a slope can prevent startup issues. For manual transmission vehicles, pressing both the clutch and brake pedals firmly before starting can help maintain control. Be ready to engage the gas smoothly as you release the clutch to prevent rolling backward or stalling. For automatic transmission cars, hold the brake while shifting into gear and gradually release the parking brake to maintain control. Taking these steps will help ensure a smooth and safe startup on steep inclines. 8. Check critical fluids before starting. Your car relies on several essential fluids to function properly, and neglecting them can lead to serious damage. Engine oil, coolant, and transmission fluid are all critical to keeping your car running smoothly. If the engine oil is too low, the moving parts won't receive the lubrication they need, leading to increased friction, overheating, and potentially catastrophic engine damage. Similarly, low coolant levels can cause the engine to overheat, resulting in blown gaskets or even a cracked engine block. To prevent these issues, take a few minutes to check your fluid levels before starting the car, especially before long trips or after the vehicle has been sitting for an extended period. Use the dipstick to ensure your engine oil is at the proper level and that it appears clean and amber-colored. Check the coolant reservoir to make sure there is enough fluid and that it is free of debris. Don't forget to inspect other important fluids like brake fluid and transmission fluid, as they are essential for safe driving. Performing these simple checks can help you avoid costly repairs and ensure your car operates reliably. 7. Extreme weather startup preparations. Extreme weather conditions can have a major impact on your car's ability to start and run smoothly. In freezing temperatures, engine oil thickens, making it harder for the engine to turn over and for the oil pump to circulate lubrication effectively. This increases wear on internal components and makes starting more difficult. Conversely, in extreme heat, the battery and cooling system are under additional strain, increasing the risk of overheating or electrical malfunctions. To protect your car in cold weather, consider using an engine block heater if your vehicle is parked overnight in freezing conditions. This helps warm the engine and oil for smoother startups. Also, ensure your battery is fully charged and rated for cold cranking amps, as weak batteries are more likely to fail in freezing temperatures. In hot weather, parking in shaded areas or using sunshades can help reduce the interior temperature, and checking the coolant level ensures your engine doesn't overheat. After starting the car, letting it idle for about 30 seconds allows the systems to stabilize, which is especially important in extreme conditions. Taking these precautions will help protect your vehicle from unnecessary stress and damage. 6. Pay attention to unusual noises or warning lights. When starting your car, always pay close attention to any unusual noises or warning lights. Strange sounds such as clicking, grinding, or whining could signal potential issues with the starter, alternator, or battery. If you hear a clicking noise, your battery may be weak or have corroded terminals. Grinding noises often indicate a worn-out starter, while a whining sound could point to problems with the alternator. Likewise, if your dashboard displays warning indicators such as the battery, oil pressure, or check engine light, it is a clear sign that something is wrong. Ignoring these warnings and attempting to start the car anyway may lead to permanent damage to critical components or leave you stranded. Always check your owner's manual to understand the significance of these warnings and address them immediately. In certain cases, it may be best to avoid driving altogether until a professional has inspected the vehicle. 5. Inspect the drive belt before starting. Before starting your car, take a moment to inspect the drive belt, also known as the serpentine belt. This belt powers essential components like the alternator, power steering pump, and air conditioning compressor. If the belt appears frayed, cracked, or too loose, it could snap or slip off after startup, potentially leaving you without power steering or a functioning alternator. In some cases, a broken belt can even cause the engine to overheat because the water pump won't work. Check for any visible cracks, fraying, or glazing, as these indicate wear and tear. Additionally, ensure the belt has proper tension. Too loose and it can slip, too tight and it can strain the pulleys and bearings. If you hear a squealing noise while the engine is running, this could also be a sign that the belt needs replacement. Most drive belts last between 60,000 and 100,000 miles, but early detection of problems can save you from costly repairs. 4. Warm up older cars before driving. If you own an older vehicle, particularly one manufactured before the 2000s, you should let it warm up before driving. Many older cars rely on carburetors, which require time to properly mix fuel and air for smooth engine operation. Immediately driving a cold car without warming up the engine can lead to rough idling, stalling, and even long-term damage. This is especially important in colder weather when oil circulation takes longer and lubrication of engine components is delayed. Ideally, you should start the car and let it idle for 30 seconds to a minute before driving. During this time, the engine will reach a stable operating temperature and the oil will begin circulating to protect internal parts. Avoid revving the engine during this warm-up period, as doing so can cause unnecessary wear before the oil has fully reached all components. Allowing the car to reach an optimal temperature ensures better performance and longevity. 3. Replace worn spark plugs. Spark plugs play a crucial role in igniting the air-fuel mixture inside your engine cylinders. When spark plugs wear out, they may misfire, cause rough starts, or fail to ignite the fuel entirely. These issues not only make it harder to start your car, but also decrease fuel efficiency, increase emissions, and lead to further damage to engine components over time. To prevent these issues, regularly inspect and replace your spark plugs as recommended by your car's manufacturer. Most spark plugs need replacement between 30,000 and 100,000 miles, depending on the type. Signs of worn spark plugs include a black, sooty appearance or a visibly eroded electrode. If you experience rough idling, slow acceleration, or difficulty starting your car, checking the spark plugs should be one of your first steps. Replacing them is a simple and cost-effective maintenance task that enhances your car's performance and ensures smooth startup. 2. Check for warning odors or leaks. Before starting your car, inspect the surrounding area for any unusual odors or leaks. Leaking fluids such as oil, coolant, or fuel might not seem alarming at first, but can indicate serious issues like a cracked gasket, a damaged fuel line, or a failing radiator. Ignoring a fuel leak is particularly dangerous, as it significantly increases the risk of fire. Similarly, detecting a burning smell or a strong chemical odor near your car before startup could suggest electrical problems, brake issues, or overheating components. Always take a moment to look around for any puddles or drips under your vehicle. Identifying the color and consistency of a fluid leak can help determine whether it is oil, coolant, fuel, or something else. If you notice a strong smell like burnt rubber or fuel, investigate the source immediately. Catching these warning signs early can prevent expensive repairs and potential accidents. 1. Inspect a car that's been sitting for months before starting. If your car has been sitting idle for months, starting it without inspection can cause severe damage. Fluids degrade, seals dry out, and stale fuel can clog the system. The battery may also lose charge, and corrosion on terminals can disrupt the electrical system. Starting the engine in this condition may lead to overheating, leaks, or failure. Before starting, check the oil and coolant. Change them if dirty. Test the battery with a multimeter and recharge or replace it if necessary. Ensure tires are properly inflated and inspect for cracks. If the car has been idle for over 6 months, consider draining old fuel or adding a stabilizer. Look under the hood for pest damage, like nests or chewed wires. After inspection, start the car and let it idle to circulate fluids and detect issues. These precautions help prevent costly repairs and ensure a smooth, safe startup. That's it for today. Remember, taking a few extra precautions before starting your car can save you from expensive repairs in dangerous situations. Don't let simple mistakes cost you big. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest car tips and tricks. Got any personal car horror stories? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching, and until next time, drive safe and take care of your ride.